Hi everybody, welcome to Khong Driving, and today we are having a very quick preview of the Lexus LC500 prior to its launch tomorrow. So when you see this video, the car would have been launched because there's an embargo until the launch time. Okay, so do you have $1.35 million to spend? Ringgit, I mean. Well, if you do, this is one car that you want to really have a close look at because it is classy, it is elegant, and it's going to be a statement of some sort because not many people will spend this type of money on a Lexus. But if you're a Lexus fan, this is something you might want. And just imagine what it has is a 5-liter V8, 470 horsepower and 540 Newton meters of torque. So that's a lot of power to have, and this car will eat a lot of the continental sports cars alive. But it's up there and it's very close in spec to all of them. Well, it's a Lexus. Let's take a closer look at the Lexus LC500 Convertible. So at the front you can very clearly see the Lexus design language, starting with the spindle grille, and of course the lights for a car this class will be LED. This car is not small, yeah. Overall length is 4770, so that is quite long. And width is 1920, so it's quite wide, so you have lots of space inside for two people. And the height is only 1350, I think that's with the roof up. And the wheelbase, surprisingly, is 2870 mm, so it's actually more like a D segment. Yeah, it's D segment car, but it's got two doors and it's a convertible. So let's have a look at the engine. Oh, okay, you open the door this way and we're going to have a look at, we're going to pull the bonnet and have a look at the engine. Okay, as befitting a luxury car, there are shock absorbers and you see a huge engine cover. Okay, this is called beautification of the engine. The V8 is of course a beautiful engine by itself, but I suppose they have to put a cover on to make it look nice. But we can peep at what's inside. You see it's aluminum, and of course this is double overhead cam on each side, so actually 4 cams, so you can call it quad cam if you want. It's 5 liters and naturally aspirated, so the roar of the engine will be something that's going to be very, very unique. And you can see here the strut. My gosh, look at this. This is how they build cars. Well, now this is looks like a cast, and I bet you, I don't know the material, but it should be aluminum, or yeah, should be aluminum, but I'm not sure. Yeah, could be steel, but this is really a very strong top mount or turret for the suspension. But so there doesn't seem to be any space for a strut bar, but you can see here they have some strut bars here to help. Not that it's going to be very much help, but it's there. It helps to hold it better. So you can see here, this must be the intake, and it looks like there are 2 intakes, yeah, one for on each side. But this, I'm sure if you open it, it'll be a beautiful piece of engineering. But enough said. Top speed is 270 kilometers per hour. 0 to 100 is in 4.9 seconds. Let's just step back and look along the sides. You have massive 21-inch wheels. Oh, this really look big. And you can see down there, there's a Lexus, looks like a 4-pot caliper. Yes, looks like a 4-pot or 6-pot caliper. I can't tell for sure, but it looks like 4-pot. But they are huge 4 pots, And those brakes are big enough to be on a race car. Wow, that's fantastic. Those are certainly one of the biggest brake discs I've ever seen. And of course it's ventilated. And just feel inside. Wow, this is at least 30 mm thick. So these are huge brakes, and inside I can see, yes, that looks like a double wishbone, and it's aluminum suspension. Okay, this is really taking it to the max, right? Yep. And that's engineering. Let's take a quick look at the rear. And at the rear, these tires are bigger. The front tires are 245/40, and the rear tires are 275/35, and they are Potenzas. Okay, and so Bridgestone Potenzas, and the rear brakes are not so big, but in terms of size they are actually quite big too. And at the back you have, now these are all fixed calipers, yeah, and at the back you have 4-pot calipers too, but smaller ones. And the rear suspension, let's have a quick look. Yep. Okay, the rear is also a double wishbone. Wow, that's fantastic. So this is like a racing car suspension. Okay, so the rear suspension is double wishbone, and so is the front. And let's step back again and look at this car. I see this car in a different light again. This is the stuff that true sports cars are made of. But of course, being a Lexus, it will have all the luxury elements in it. Okay, let's take a look at the inside. Again, the door handle is nice. You open it and it opens up. Okay, so you have everything is in leather, and oh, it's not a 2-seater, it's a 2+2. There is a small rear seat at the back. I suppose it's only for kids. And now this convertible roof will open and close in 15 seconds, and it's good for up to 50 kilometers per hour. So you can put up the roof or close the roof without having to stop the car. And first of all, along the sides here you already see carbon fiber parts. I have no idea what's the weight, but I would say it's in the region of 1.5 or 1.6 tons. It looks heavy, yeah. So this is a luxury car, and down there you get pedals, and those are aluminum. And you have, let's get into the seat. So we are sitting in the Lexus seat. Wow, it's really low, and of course it's adjustable for height, and we are now adjusting the seat height. Steering wheel is about 13 inches. Okay, this is good for 6-footers. If you are tall, you can drive this car. Now the gear lever is here. It's got 10 speeds automatic, and it also has 5 driving modes. Well, we can't start the thing, we can't turn it on, so the driving mode is somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Okay, and you also have the auto hold and your controls for your radio and stuff. That's a 10-inch screen up there, and overall this car looks really classy. The glove compartment, it really looks like a glove compartment. You can just put in the gloves, and the aircon louvers down there and also up there. So as with all classy cars, it must have an analog clock. Right, so there's a meter here. Oh, ref. That's the V8, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go to the back and I want you to do it again. Okay, stop. Off engine. Okay, now Bernard is gonna start the car first. That's the V8 sound. And rev. Again. One more time. Okay. Is there exhaust flap? Oh, it's open already. Okay, that's with the open flap. Nice sound of the V8. Okay, so we have Bernard here and he's with the PR and he's going to show us how the roof is going to work. Okay, Bernard, go for it. It's 15 seconds, so it's like a robotic kind of thing. Here it goes. And this is good up to 50 kilometers per hour. And it closes back, and then the rear lid goes down. Lovely. So this is what the car looks like with Bernard Richman inside. Okay, let's have it open again. Ready, go. Oh, it goes, the back comes up first, and then the tail goes down, and the roof goes in, and everything closes again. Lovely. Okay, this car has all the electronics that you will want in a sports car, and this is the back. There's a rear camera. Yep, there's a button here. You press the button and that opens the boot. It looks actually very big, but it's not very deep. Battery is here. So you see they put the battery right in the center to keep the weight even, yeah. And this is, I would say, is very small boot, but what it can do is probably take 2 overnight cases, and that's it. So this is not a car for long trip, yeah. Okay. And here is a view of the car from the back. It looks very nice too. And these are LED lights. And the exhaust, there are 2 in this little hole here and another 2 here, so it's 4 exhausts. And the catalog says the exhaust note can be changed, so there are 2 exhaust notes. You can turn off the baffle, or rather open up the exhaust to get you the sporty sound, or leave it muffled to give you a very muted sound. So this is the passenger side. Passenger side also gets powered seats, and the rear seats are really small. These are what I call 1 kilometer seats. Yeah, but then of course we slided the seat all the way to the back. So if we slide the seat forward, which I'm doing now, yeah, actually there is space for you to sit. Okay, I'm going to sit in the front. It's a bit tight here, but I suppose you can sit at the back. Okay, I open the rear seat, and inside, if you close, okay, it's very tight, very tight. Yep, this is a sports car, basically meant for 2, not for 4. Maybe for 1 kilometer somebody can sit inside there. A good friend of mine used to call these 1 kilometer seats. After 1 kilometer you want to die. Okay, but seating capacity is not what this car is all about. It's all about luxury and enjoying a lifestyle that only the rich, don't have to be famous, only the rich can enjoy. But it's a great car.